Hello and welcome to Dating Dilemmas. My name is Luna. I am a spiritual life coach and law of attraction expert. Today, our dilemma comes from Shelley in Glasgow. Thank you for getting involved with Dating Dilemmas, Shelley. Wonderful to have you participate with us today. Now, Shelley says, my boyfriend has 2 kids from a long-term relationship. His ex dumps the kids on him with no warning, and this is making it difficult for him and I to get to know each other properly. I have suggested he sets up boundaries and puts proper arrangements in place, but I think he is afraid the ex will stop him from seeing the kids. Help. Well, Shelley, this is most definitely a challenging situation, and it's made more difficult by the fact that you really don't have much control over this situation. You're in a position here where you can, you can recommend things, but ultimately the decision is with your boyfriend to actually put boundaries in place. Now, what would make sense would be that boundaries do go in place, and that there is a system, a co-parenting system of these are my days, those are your days. That makes complete sense to do that. And of course, it makes lots of logical sense to you as well. And also for the mother of these children as well, it would mean that she would know when she had her own downtime and she could make her own arrangements to do whatever she chooses. However, it's only your boyfriend that is going to be able to make this happen. What I see going on here is a sense of control. There's a sense here that this mother is, just trying to do as she pleases, and it's her way or no way at all. Now, because the responsibility of this lies with your boyfriend, all you're going to be able to do is suggest things to him. Now, I feel very much the gentle suggestions are going to work better than moving into a kind of strong disagreement with him. Now, you can suggest things to him like, let's put a date in the diary for doing X. Maybe you're buying tickets to go and see a concert or booking a meal at a restaurant that you'd like to go to. But the most important thing is that you understand that he is the one that has to find his voice in this situation. He is the one that has to stand in his own power. Now, this is a problem that he's going to have regardless of who he was with. So even if he wasn't with you, for example, and he, went on to have another relationship, this same problem would happen. I also see very much as well that this fear that the children will be taken away from him is not just the driver for this, but this is what's stopping him from making any decisions in this situation. Now, we all have to face our fears, and everything we want is always on the other side of fear. And also, there's lots of things in place that this sort of thing does not happen. You might recommend gently, of course, to your ex that he creates a planner for the children in terms of this is when I can have the children and this is when I cannot. But the most important thing is that he has to follow through. He has to be consistent. He has to, suggest things to her, but he actually has to mean what he says and not back down, because if he backs down, that's when truth she won't believe him. And also if she kind of gets in touch to say, I'm bringing the kids around now, he can start saying no. Actually, right now is inconvenient. I'm, doing something for work, or I'm going to visit a family member. He doesn't necessarily need to say that he's going to be spending time with you, but it's only because it feels very much that she doesn't respect him. And she still wants to kind of monopolize and dominate his time, even though they're not together. It would be interesting to see if the shoe was on the other foot, how she would react to him. I feel very much as well that when she has her own distractions in her life, so when she starts to receive attention from somebody else and she starts to need time to herself because she wants to make plans, then the whole situation will shift. But ultimately, this is a situation that only he can resolve. But I also feel very much that this is not an isolated situation. So it's not just this area of his life that she's trying to kind of dominate and monopolize. I feel very much that she's still trying to have a sort of degree of control over him in other areas of his life as well. A sense there very much of not wanting him to move on and move forward. And maybe even this is the price that you pay for us not being together. So there's lots of kind of layers and levels within this. But at the end of the day, you're kind of only able to suggest things to him. Now, from your perspective, I feel it's important for you to set a timeline for this. It's important that you protect your own energy and your own interests. You don't want to be caught up in a situation that never, ever changes. So when we're setting timelines to kind of observe a situation and see if it changes, I always recommend a period of 3 months. Of course, you can do whatever you feels right for you, but actually getting to a place of, saying, right, okay, I'm going to give this 3 months. And if the situation has not changed, I'm then going to review and evaluate if this is a relationship that I can continue to be in, because actually this having to change your plans for somebody else who really has nothing to do with you is not going to meet your standards of what's acceptable. When he starts to see, your boyfriend starts to see that actually this is not helpful for anybody, and it's not helpful for the children in this situation either. Children thrive with routine and knowing what they're doing, and so having routine co-parenting situation in place will benefit them. And I also feel that that's an approach that you can take when you're kind of gently putting your points to him as well, is that actually if he is able to plan with the children, so for example, maybe he has them every second weekend, and then on that Saturday afternoon he always takes them to the cinema, or on a Sunday he takes them swimming, that will very much benefit the children. So I feel the approach that will work best in trying to get him to see the bigger picture here is what is in the best interest of the children. And I feel that when he goes to have a conversation with the mother of his children, that's the approach that will serve best. Because if we're always operating from a place of what is in the best interests of the children, then it takes the light off of ourselves. And also I feel as well that, for her to then not be operating in the best interest of the children shines a really difficult light on her as well. So for you, gently lead him with suggestions and ideas, but accept that you can only do so much. It is up to him, and he is the one that has to create a schedule that works, put boundaries in place, be consistent, show up at the times that, he's agreed to have the children, of course, but ultimately he has to understand as well that this situation is not going to go away, and just kind of being, having an open door policy that the children can come whenever they want is not going to work for him, even outside of his relationship as well. I hope that has been helpful for you today, Shelley. And if you would like to send in your dating dilemma, then you're very, very welcome to do so. Details of that are in the description below. And please do like and subscribe as well. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.